All right, Alan Carr, Chatty Man is here. Hello, Alan.
Hello, love. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. I have spent many a nights going down an Alan, be careful what I say, but an Alan Carr hole on YouTube, watching all the Chatty Man videos. I spend hours deep diving.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people, 6 years ago, that was the last time we did it. In 2016, yet people still go, I love it. It was a good time, wasn't it? Amazing guests when you think about it, you know.
Truly. You had Adele, because you and Adele go way back, right? You're pals with Adele.
Oh, yeah. Years and years and years.
My favourite
Before
story...
Before she was that... biggest superstar in the world.
You knew Adele when she was Alexandra, pre-Adele fame. Did you live together or you just spent a lot of time in her flat? Because that's the interview I just watched recently.
She stayed at my house for a few weeks with me and Paul, and we forgot she was up there. She was going through a bit of a tough time because of the album, 21. She opened her heart and everything, which we weren't crying about these sales, obviously. But we forgot about it, and I thought, oh my God, maybe she's dead. We didn't. We were just worried that we got there and there's a smell coming out under the door.
Flies.
But no, she was fine and she lived. Spoiler alert.
She's
and
alive.
She went on to become the biggest star in the world.
Isn't that funny? And did you ever worry like, shit, maybe she won't return my calls? Maybe she won't.
Oh, no. She's proper genuine. She has not changed a single bit. She's still as much fun as she always was. Still so down to earth.
You think you'll go to Vegas, Alan, and see her in the residency? That'll be a fun time.
I saw her at Hyde Park and I was just, blown away. Just absolutely blown away. I was just her voice. She goes away and then when she comes back, it's just like visiting, it's like an old friend coming round to visit, isn't it? You know what I mean? She's there's no one else like her. That voice is just amazing. I saw her in Hyde Park, me and 80,000 homosexuals just all crying. It was just wonderful.
Sounds like heaven, to be honest. That's what I picture the afterlife to be, just on loop. Tank tops and jock straps and Adele. Now, what's this tour about? Because you're in Australia for the regional trinket show right across the country. You come to Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, you're doing it all. What's the show? What part of your life is it documenting? COVID or...
Well, you know me, I never have a theme. I never go, I'm going to talk about this. All I do is every 3 or 4 years, well, now because of COVID it was 6, I go on the road. So I just talk about what's happened in the last 3 and 4 years. And boy, has a lot happened. Yeah. I talk about everything, really. I talk about Adele married me. I talk about the marriage. And then we had a divorce and then living on a farm in lockdown and everything. So it's got a very big story arc. But then 2 weeks before I was meant to go on tour in 2020, obviously COVID happened. We were put in lockdown. Yeah. And like a lot of people during lockdown, you start thinking, well, our marriage broke down. And I think a lot of people just started doing a lot of self-analysis, having a look at their lives, going, is this the kind of life I want? And so we split up. So when all the theatres came open, I had this show that just didn't make sense. I'm talking about being in love and everything. So I wrote it on the... I know.
Shit.
So
but lockdown was hard, Al. I mean, there's only so much sex you can have and board games. And
there's only so much wine you can drink. I mean, and my God, I was so fat by the end of it. I was actually putting a V in my poncho. I mean, it was like... it was... Honestly, I was so fat. I mean, I'm fat now. I mean, I went up a cup size.
You are
and
not.
It...
You are. Don't be silly. You didn't choke. Everyone chalked it on, though. People are still losing the COVID kilos. Everyone's in the same boat.
No. I mean, I was morbidly obese.
Oh, really?
Morbidly cuddly. I call myself morbidly cuddly.
I like that. I'm going to take that.
And yes, and I come out the other end. And you know what? It's raw. It's more personal. But I think it's better for it, and I think audiences, they know when you're speaking from the heart. They know when it's real, and I think, you know what they say, comedy is tragedy plus timing. And I think I've had, my dog died. I mean, 2022 was rubbish. I mean, who looks back to 2021 as the good old days?
I know.
You know.
Psychopaths, true psychopaths, and one person in Wuhan. Yeah.
Sadomasochistic. Yeah. I mean, that's the people who look back. So it's a very personal show, very funny, and to not be honest, I've had probably the best reviews of my career. I think people know, and I think that I don't want to. honestly, don't worry. I don't talk about COVID. There's a little bit at the beginning because I
Good.
just have to talk about the show because I'm bored of COVID. I mean,
We all are.
oh my God. And then I started doing board games. I started enjoying jigsaws. That's when I worried. I was like, oh, jigsaw, and then bird watching. And then I got one of those apps, those astronomy apps.
Yes.
Looking up at the sky, and then I realised it wasn't Venus, it was my next door neighbour's security light.
What, with an iPad looking like an idiot holding it up to the sky? Is that what
I know, I was like, oh my God, when the COVID is over, I'm going to do this every day. No.
Not once.
Not once.
Well, isn't that funny? Like, and being a comedian and being known for being a very funny, chatty man. I mean, it's in the job description. Do you find people struggle chatting about tough things with you, like the divorce and obviously you lost your dog? Like, do people struggle trying to have serious or do you struggle with that?
I do, it's sort of a bit like therapy, really, the tour, because it's just has sort of been one thing after another. But I mean, the thing is with divorce, you get a lot of head tilters, like, oh, are you all right,
Yes.
Alan? And of course, sometimes divorce is the best thing that's happened. I've moved on.
Yeah.
Paul's still friends with him, you know, he's sort of getting on with his life. I mean, sometimes it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was with him for 14 years. In gay years, that's
a lifetime.
That's 2,787 years. I mean, that is, you know, I know gays who've been together for 14 seconds and then they get divorced. You know, so that's... So people, I mean, 14 years, I gave it a go. We gave it a go. It didn't work out in lockdown. Who cares? Let's move on. But now, you see, last time I was in Australia, I was happily married. Now I'm single. I'm going to be a slag.
Are you on Grindr? Would you ever go on Grindr?
Oh, how can I go on Grindr?
Alan, you could. Or Tinder, even.
I can't. What? I mean, do you have to put your bits and bobs up there?
I mean, you can if you want. You get an Aussie koala bear, or what are you into? Do you have a type, or
anything really?
Yeah.
I mean, people say to me, has anyone slid into your DMs? I was like, slid? It's more like crawled and died. I mean, there's a lot of elderly people.
Oh, right.
And I know I'm no spring chicken, but I mean, come on, where's the groupies?
Yes.
Where's the twinks?
Yes.
Where's the people down on their luck?
Hey, twinks all around Australia.
What's your type? What would you call yourself? Are you an otter?
No, I'm a chunky boy. I'm 6'3" as well. I think I'm a cub, Alan, because I'm a technically.
How old are you?
27.
Oh, you're not really a cub, are you, love?
No, I don't.
More of a sloth.
Fucking echidna. Oh, koala bear. If I'm a sloth,
No,
you're
I'm
a
joking.
koala bear.
You are a koala bear. I give you
Thank
chlamydia
Thank you.
if I wee on you.
Please, after the show, before the show. That's why I put you in this
What channel
closet.
is this going out on? I mean, is this on the dark web?
Alan,
Can you say all this?
Alan, this will never air.
Okay. I thought this was very open-minded KIIS FM
No,
The
it
Night
is.
Show.
It is. No, this will all air. We're very loose. You know what's funny? Anytime I had Anne Marie on the show, who's a Brit, the other day, she said,
I know Anne Marie.
She said, "Can we air any of this?" I said, "Yes." There's no governing
filth.
laws.
She's filth, Anne Marie. I love her.
She's disgusting. But your British artists are always so shocked at the questioning because we just don't have any rules down. No one listens to Australia.
Oh, well, it used to be like that on Chatty, man, when they had Americans on. They'd be like, why don't you drink? Well, I woke up on the floor once having a couple of vodkas and I realised I had to stop drinking. I was like, God, the dog box is my second home. If I don't wake up in the dog box with my head against a squeaky bone toy, I haven't had a good night.
Amen. All right, I'm getting the wind up from people. Let me ask quickly about Drag Race.
Why? How dare they?
I know. Fuck them. Hey, guys,
I'm a regional trinket. Fuck them.
Alan's enjoying his time on the show. Fuck the lot of you.
We're talking about twinks, otters, pissing.
Cum. I just said cum just to add it in there. Another bodily fluid. Why the fuck
Oh
not?
my God. Don't get me cancelled, for God's sake, Mitch.
You won't be cancelled. I'm adoring this. But yeah, as I'm a gay boy. I love me some Drag Race. How is shooting that? Because every time I watch an episode of the UK, which I think is the best franchise at the moment, I think, thank God Alan's there. You just did the Catty Man, the challenge on this season. That was so dumb and so great. Do you love it?
Oh, I absolutely love it. Do you know what? And I was doing, I did Chatty Man, obviously, years back. And then this, there's a woman called Michelle Visage here who wants to come and see the show. Not be on it. She wants to just meet you backstage. So I met her. I'd heard of her. I'm not going to say we were like best. You heard of her. And we went out and we had the best time. Now, she's the one that said, I want Alan to be a judge on the UK one. So I owe her everything. So we have an absolute giggle. We are there. And then, obviously, when I do the final, I'm there with Graham Norton, who I adore, who's a friend of mine. So, and I never get to work with him. So we're sitting there, and I'm not going to tell you anything, but obviously, some of the notes we write as we slip under that bit of purse.
I could imagine. Looks like a man. That's clearly a man.
We slip things under, and like, oh my God, look at that. Have you seen what they're wearing?
And that's about RuPaul.
I know, meow.
Oh,
no, but you know what? It's just like, we just cackle the whole time. And also as well, I don't want to go back to lockdown, but RuPaul's Drag Race was the first show that I came back. And if you see Series 2, you'll see, because the funny thing is, we went into lockdown halfway through. So Ep 4, I was quite slim for me. And then episode 5, lockdown weight, people must be thinking, what the hell has Alan eaten that week? because he
it was
is...
a chunk of time. They probably thought it was Danny Beard doing an impression. They were not one of the queens has done Alan.
I know. No. So I love that show. And it was the first show I came back, and it was just to immerse yourself in glitter, laughter, camp.
Yeah.
Feather boas was just the perfect... It was my vaccine. It was my COVID vaccine.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to get monkeypox anywhere, it's going to be the set of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I know.
Let's be honest. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, the show. I need to talk about the ITV series, Changing Ends. I saw that. My mum actually sent it to me because my mum adores you. Mum was shocked when I came out, yet we spent my life watching Chatty, man. That make sense.
Oh, well, listen, I'm showing me age here. Me and my mum used to watch Prisoner Cell Block H.
Yeah.
And then I said, Mum, I'm gay. And you know when someone's mouthing it as you're saying it? I've never ever had that. Sit down, everyone. There's something I'm going to say. Yeah. It might shock you. I never had any of that.
Oh, that's cute. No, mine was the opposite. Anyway, we love you.
Is she all right with you now? Does she know you're gay?
Loves it. Yeah. Imagine if she didn't.
They don't like it at the beginning. They don't like it at the beginning, but then they love a gay son.
I think gay, and I work in entertainment, so it works. But if I was a gay chippy, I think there'd be something wrong, She might be, I don't know.
Yes, my mum's sort of hooked on. She knows about the goodie bags now. You go to an event, like TV Quick Award or something. She rings up, what's in your goodie bag? I was like, Mum, some cheap crap. Yeah. Send it up.
Yeah, well, that's so cute. What's your mum's name?
Christine.
Oh, shout out Christine. I'm sure she'll be listening to this KIIS FM interview in Australia.
Well, she would have turned off with all the filth before.
Sorry.
She's that boy. Mitch is leading you astray.
He's vile, that vile boy.
Vile Mitch.
That
go
vile
back
twink.
Go back in the twink. Come on. That vile sloth.
All right. I am very slow. I am. What's a starfish but on top? Is it still a starfish?
What you on about?
You know when you have sex and you're a starfish, so the bottom person lies down.
I haven't had sex in years, love. I don't even know.
I'll send you some
starfish.
Pics. Send you some diagrams.
Please do. I need to get on Grindr and do the starfish. Is that what you ask for?
The starfish is when you just lie down and someone else does the work.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
That's not...
Oh. It's not fun. But
I'm just thinking...
When you're on tour...
Well, I'm my age, I get very tired. Maybe I will. And the next time I have sex, it probably will be a starfish.
Yes, true. Okay, sorry. I've gone astray here. I'll give you a PR person will call me straight after this interview. None of this will make it to air. They'll go, can you, you know what, you can keep Mitch the hi and the goodbye. That'll be a great chat. Tell me about this ITV series, Changing Ends. It looks to be fantastic. It's a biography. Is what they're calling it?
Yeah. Sitcom based on my life, and it's been literally years in the making. And we got our little boy. We've written all the scripts. It's going to be filmed next year.
Right.
Everyone's so talented in it and stuff, and it's just a whole different string to my bow. Me writing a sitcom, I write it with a fantastic writer called Simon Carlisle, he's written on Benidorm and Two Doors Down. We just spend the whole time cackling, a bit like what me and you've done, Mitch.
Yes,
but we'd sit there eating Maltesers and do you want like a twirl?
Yeah.
And then we do end up writing some really funny lines. So it's good and it's coming out. But I mean, just so you know, I had to ask for audition tapes.
Yeah.
So over 500 came in. Some of them were so beautiful and gorgeous. Some of them were just downright offensive. Hello, Aaron Carr. It was so rude. It was like being back in the playground.
How did
I've
children
never
get
seen
access,
so many ugly children.
How did children get access to prosthetic teeth? How offensive.
I know one kid really wanted the part and smashed his face in with a pan.
Is that your PR person who's come in to wrap me up? What's happening?
No, it's
What does it say? Got to wrap.
It's
Okay,
a lesbian who likes Hanson.
So sorry. All right, Alan Carr.
You should have seen her. She tripped over down the stairs. It was so funny. I wish I had my camera. You would have gone viral on TikTok.
I love it. Okay, I'll wrap up. Alan Carr, I adore you. I love you. If you're ever in
Well,
Sydney,
don't just leave me like this, Mitch.
Come get a drink, and me and the bears and the koalas will get a drink on me.
And I'll do the starfish.
Adore you. Thank you, Alan. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Mitch. Have a lovely night.